Thank you. Developing this morning, support pouring in for Arizona Senator John McCain. President Trump tweeting his support of McCain's former running mate, Sarah Palin, but also sharing a picture on Facebook saying that he's one tough fighter. Also, Senator Marco Rubio tweeting that he is praying for McCain. All of this, of course, after it was revealed last night that John McCain has now an aggressive form of brain cancer. Let's check in with Fox's Steve Kraft. He's live out there in Arizona. Steve, good morning to you. Have we heard from John McCain? We know he's faced a number of challenges, certainly in his life. He's probably up for the challenge, but have we heard from him?
No, we have not heard from him. We've gotten statements from his office that he is resting comfortably and that he's very grateful for all the outpouring of support from well-wishers and that he's getting excellent treatment at the Mayo Clinic here in Phoenix, Scottsdale area in Arizona. So that's the communication that we're getting. This is his office behind me here. There's a sign that says, "Thank you, John McCain, thinking of you." A lot of people are thinking of John McCain. But as you said, this is a devastating diagnosis. This is a very serious and aggressive form of brain cancer. It's the same cancer that took the life of former Massachusetts Senate legend Ted Kennedy and also Beau Biden, the son of the former Vice President Joe Biden. It's a very serious diagnosis. The average survival time is about 1.5 years. And for an 80-year-old man who's had bouts of malignant melanoma before, it's a very difficult situation. But he's a tough guy. He's a stoic guy. And he's dead set on getting back to work.
It seemed to be affecting him a few weeks ago with the Jim Comey testimony that was going on the Senate hearings with Jim Comey. It seemed to be a little confused in some of the questioning. Is that related to the diagnosis?
People are talking about that. That's a really good question. We're not getting any definitive medical diagnosis that, in fact, that garbled line of questioning was linked to the underlying problem with the brain tumor, the glioblastoma that Senator McCain is dealing with right now. But in light of yesterday's diagnosis, people are certainly wondering whether the two have anything in common with each other.
And certainly amazing that they found it, because he went in for a blood clot on his eye, which seemed relatively like a minor thing, just a few days in the hospital, but that's when they discovered it, correct?
Right, and apparently that little incision above his eyebrow and going in and getting that blood clot, in doing that and in testing that clot and in taking a look at his brain, that's when they were able to determine there was this underlying very serious situation. And what everybody thought was a relatively minor bump in the road, that he'd be back on Capitol Hill within a week or maybe 2 weeks. Now it's a very different picture in light of this diagnosis.
Steve, let me ask you this, because this is just a sidebar. Certainly the most important thing is John McCain's health. But in Washington, the health care debate is going on. They're trying to get that through. The Republicans are. They want tax reform coming up later on. All of these are going to be a tough fight, despite the fact that they control all three branches of government. How will this affect goings-on in Washington?
It certainly doesn't help. And Senator McCain's vote on the health care bill was by no means assured for Mitch McConnell and his allies. So it takes a situation that's already complicated and Republicans who are already in disarray and are unable to move forward on their agenda. It really adds yet another very serious, understandably, distraction to Republicans going forward. They've got an ambitious agenda, and so far they haven't achieved any of their policy goals legislatively.
Certainly challenges for the Republicans, but the most important challenge, and one that I'm sure he will tackle head-on, is the one that John McCain is facing right now. Steve Kraft, we appreciate your talking with us this morning. Thank you, sir.
You bet.
Also developing out